Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm planning the week of October 9th through the 15th in my Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner, and this week I am using Fall in Love from Glam Planner. It is the mini kit with a few of the add-ons, and I am using this kit this week because it is the week of our dear friends Chris and Maria's wedding, and Colton was actually the best man in this wedding, so it was even more special to us. And I've had this kit for a while. I just wanted to not stock up, but just have a wedding kit on hand. And this one I did happen to have on hand. And this wedding was in the fall, so I was like, I might as well use it. It doesn't really fit the vibe of that wedding. Kind of like the backyard feel to it. It definitely did. But the colors are not at all what the colors of their wedding were. But honestly, I don't really care. It's a fall themed wedding. It's good enough for me. And plus I got to use a kit that I already had, so even better. And I realized that I did not have the glitter header add-on from this kit, so for the sidebar I did have to pull in some glitter headers from my leftover collection, and then I just used the glitter headers up top since they did come with the kit. And then in the actual spread, I didn't use any of the glitter headers. And then the foil that I pulled in was this bonfire leaves pattern from Scribble Prints Co. And then I had those from leftovers from a kit that I used last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember when I used it, but it is a leftover foil bundle. And then I also pulled in some copper wedding stickers from Plannahannah as well to use, and I kind of mixed and matched those. The goal was to use as many of the bonfire foil as I could, because the copper ones I would have saved because I use copper a lot more than I use bonfire, and I had fewer of the bonfire stickers to use. So my goal was to finish up those, which I think I did a pretty good job. I used the vast majority of them, and then whatever I needed left over, I used copper for. So, and then if you'll notice, once I start with the day by day for the bougie boxes, I'm again doing half cut headers like I usually do, but I alternated the bougie boxes to be either copper or bonfire, because I had 2 underlays left over from the bonfire spread, but obviously 2 underlays is not enough even for me to do half cut headers. That's not enough to make a full spread out of it. And then I had some leftover bougie boxes in copper, so I had more of those, so I did those, I did 4 of those days in copper and then the remaining 3 in bonfire. And yeah, so again, the goal was to use as many stickers as I possibly could, and I think I did a pretty good job. I did have a lot of the label add-on left over, because the mini kit from Glam Planner at least can honestly go both ways. It's sometimes enough, especially if I'm using the what are they called, page flags, or the heart checklist or whatever, those I can spread out and make the kit last. And then sometimes I really dig into the label add-on, and this time I just didn't, but I did use some of it, so it's fine. And this week I also really tried to use a lot of my fall themed stickers, since again this was a very fall themed spread, so I tried to use some of those fall themed stickers, not as much as the Halloween ones since this kit wasn't very spooky. It was more just fall, so I just used the generic fall ones this week. So starting with Monday, I marked that it is 200 more days until we get married, which is very exciting. And then I had a typical Monday morning. I had my coffee Monday. I did some cleaning, watched some YouTube, as well as filming the last week's Plan With Me. I caught up on The Amazing Race, did some work, and then in the evening, Colton and I did some wedding planning. Moving on to Tuesday, again, I watched some YouTube in the morning, had some planning time. I try to do it Sunday nights or Monday mornings. This time it just didn't work out that way, so I did it Tuesday morning, did some work, met with my advisor, watched numbers. I typically watch a TV show during my lunch break for the day, and this day it was numbers. And then I went to trivia like I usually do Tuesday evenings, and then finally read in the evening again like I usually do most nights, even though I don't mark it every night, but I do typically read every night. And then on Wednesday, I worked in the morning. During lunch break, I watched Dancing with the Stars, worked on a puzzle for a little bit, and then I cooked us dinner. This night we had, or maybe Colton and I both made dinner this night. I can't remember. We had steak this night. Usually he's the one that makes the steak, not me, but I must have made the sides or something. After dinner, we watched Arrow together, and then I read in the evenings, and then also I used the quote sticker or the script sticker from one of the foil bundles that said "In My Feelings," but this night I wasn't feeling very well, and that stayed through pretty much Saturday morning, honestly. I have no idea what it is. I don't think I was sick. It was just multiple things that kind of happened. Like this day, the cleaning people came and they used like heavy bleach that day. And I know that while they were there, it was like irritating my nose and my throat a little bit. And then this evening, my throat really started to hurt. And then the following morning, I was like super congested. So it was just like a nose and throat thing. Like my stomach felt fine. I wasn't coughing at all. It could have also been like allergies or something. So I really don't think I was sick. I think I just had some sort of reaction to or irritation from the bleach. But yeah, so I basically was, I'm for lack of a better word, sick in bed Thursday and Friday. So yeah, either though, Thursday, I did some filming in the morning, watched the Kardashians, did very little work this day because I remember I was also kind of tired. Worked on a puzzle, took a nap, hence being tired. And then when Colton got home, we watched some Arrow. I did some reading. And then just in case I was actually sick, again, I didn't think I was, but to play on the side of caution, I slept upstairs. Because again, Colton was the best man in the wedding and we didn't want him to, if I was sick, for him to also get sick and miss it. So I slept upstairs Thursday and Friday night, just in case, to stay on the safe side. So Friday, I slept in a little bit, did, again, very little work, had a meeting with my advisor that I didn't want to cancel, but even she was like, you sound awful, you need to sleep and go to bed. So honestly, after our meeting, that's pretty much what I did. I think I finished up a few things like that I had questions on that got clarified during the meeting, and then I fixed them up really fast and then just like took the rest of the day off. But after my meeting, Colton came home with McDonald's for lunch, which was very nice. And then we watched some Arrow together. Well, not really together. I think we sat at like separate sides. Just again, I didn't want to get him sick, but yeah. And then I watched The Amazing Race. Oh, and this evening was the rehearsal dinner. But again, because I still wasn't feeling up to it and I would rather have gone to the wedding than the rehearsal dinner, just in case that I decided to miss the rehearsal dinner, just again to play on the side of caution. It was kind of a bummer, but Colton still went. So I just did, while he was there, I watched The Amazing Race, did some crafting, and then read. Again, slept upstairs. And then Saturday was the day of the wedding. He had to leave early because, again, he's the best man, so they were doing pictures and prep and stuff like that. But this day was also the day of the solar eclipse, so we went to look at that. Obviously, safely, we didn't just look at it. But did that. Watched Arrow, which he must not. Oh no, he had to leave a little bit later in the afternoon, I think. So I saw him in the morning. I think it was just early afternoon was when he left. And then before we dropped him off at the groom's place when they were getting ready, we went to Starbucks, Subway, and ran some errands at CVS. And then dropped him off. I went home, and basically got ready, like just chilled, got ready. And then I went to the wedding. He was already there. And I actually was almost late because I thought it started, honestly forgot the times, but let's just say I thought it started at 4, but it really started at 3. So I had to like more or less rush a little bit, but I still was on time and it was fine. So yeah. And then the next day on Sunday, Colton's dad is looking to maybe purchase a sailboat, so we went down to Long Beach to view it, and this was the same day that the Long Beach Marathon or whatever, some race, or maybe it was a biking thing, I can't remember, but either way, there was some sort of event this day which caused, it was so much traffic and road closures and everything, which was a little frustrating because we weren't really expecting it, but we still ended up seeing the boat, which was nice. Drove home, talked to my parents like I usually do, caught up on Lego Masters and Arrow. So here's everything that I have left over, and then here is what the final spread looks like with everything filled in. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.